Okay, so up until now in this module and almost in this whole everyday investing series, our first 7 modules, we've really focused on investment products that are available to us. So stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, products. Like we're just products, like investment products that we have to make decisions whether we want to put money into those underlying products. And as good as it is, and as critically important it is to identify what investments we want to put our money into, we really also need to decide how and where we want to hold these investments. For those of us, predominantly living here in Canada or in the United States, there are a variety of options, and I really call them just piggy banks, glorified government-sponsored piggy banks, that we can use to hold those investments, to hold our ETFs, to hold our mutual funds, to hold our stocks and bonds, to hold our GICs, to hold our treasury bills. There are piggy banks out there that we need to hold these products in. And for the rest of this module, I want to focus a little bit on these types of piggy banks. I'm going to call them piggy banks because that's what they are at the end of it. I want to spend a few minutes on this, and really only a few minutes on this, because what I've seen is that people that I've worked with spend so much time trying to figure out, a question I get asked all the time is, should I hold my money in an RSP or should I open up a TFSA? Should I invest in an Roth IRA or should I invest in a 401k? They spend so much time trying to figure out what piggy bank they want to hold, they want to buy, and we don't spend hardly any time trying to figure out what they want to put in that piggy bank. I have to give credit to the financial services industry. They have just done an absolutely brilliant job with noise on these piggy banks and getting people to focus on buying these piggy banks, and in spending so much time trying to market these kind of piggy banks to people and take away a lot of the really important decisions, which is what the heck to put in these piggy banks. And frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think the financial services industry cares really what you do within those piggy banks. As long as your money is in their piggy bank, they're happy, because it allows them to grow their assets under management. Bonus time comes around, people are happy. But at the end of the day, you're not happy. You're not going to be the happy one. Because, unfortunately, as much as we like to have these piggy banks, as much as we like to have RSPs and TFSAs and RESPs and stuff like that, you can't go pay with your groceries with a piggy bank. You can't pay for your kid's school with a piggy bank. Nobody's going to care whether you bought a TFSA from Bank X. All they care about is how much money you got in that account. So what I thought is I'd just spend a little bit of time kind of give you an overview of these different piggy banks that are available to most of our investors. And I'm going to talk about the Canadian ones and the US ones predominantly. So ultimately, if you want to buy or sell stocks, or if you want to buy or sell mutual funds or ETFs, you're probably going to need a piggy bank, and you're probably going to need it to set up a piggy bank through your bank or brokerage, your investment brokerage company. And within Canada, these are like the most common piggy banks that we have, investment vehicles that we have to hold our investments. We have, simple cash accounts, and I'm going to go talk about these in a little more detail. In Canada, we have I'm going to add that too, and in U.S. So in Canada, we have predominantly RSPs, registered retirement savings plans, tax-free savings accounts, registered education savings plans, disability savings plans. There's other ones too, retirement savings plans, RIFs. These are the big ones that affect most of us really on a day-to-day basis. In the U.S., there's a couple here. I'll talk about the Roth IRAs and the 401ks are the most common piggy banks that American investors have to store their investments. The thing what I see a lot when we talk about piggy banks, I see a lot of people that have a lot of piggy banks, where and they have their money spread out into all these different accounts. And from an investing management perspective, it's really hard to manage money. I can understand, it's so obvious why people have a hard time with investing is because they have their money all over the place. The reality is, for most of us, to make life easier, for allow you to sleep, you only really need a couple of investment accounts, a couple of piggy banks, really, to hold your savings and to hold the investment products you're going to put your money into. Now, of course, the banks don't want to tell you. They're not going to tell you this. They want you to have tons of piggy banks because it works. It works for them, and it's part of their business model. So the next few slides, I'm just going to go through all these different piggy banks that we have at our disposal.